Hi guys, welcome to the 0 to 50k per month challenge that I'm running. To give you some context, I have tried social media marketing before and it hasn't gone too well. So I wanted to start up again. It was a couple of years ago since I last tried. So like I said, I'm just starting up again, seeing where we get to. What you tend to see a lot online at the moment is people put time frame on these kind of challenges. I don't want to do that because I am not experienced. I am working full time as well, so it does become tricky to sort of upload consistently, but I will do it my absolute best to see if I can keep up. I want to make this series as informative and entertaining as possible for you guys, but it is also a log for myself to see my progress. I'll obviously, in a perfect world, a few months down the line, we're 50k a month, and then like I said, we can finish the challenge. And so yes, what I'm going to do in just a second, I'm going to go over to a Miro board and explain my idea for the agency and how it's going to break down. And then I will go to a second slide where I will explain the overarching agency that I want to develop. So yeah, let's go over. Here we are guys, so what we have here is the agency roadmap. So what we have for phase one is the actual agency start. So what we're going to be doing is choosing a niche, which you can see on here, identifying a ideal customer profile through here. Once we have those two together, we can create an offer. Following that, we can now start the agency creation. What that is the logo and the domain setup, and then that will be phase one complete for us. What we have for phase two is the back-end build out. So that's with Go High Level. We have through here the agency automations, or our own agency automations, not for the clients, calendar linking, and then the funnel creation as well. And then we'll tie that off by filming the VSL and the pre-call video. So what I've seen online a little bit recently, the pre-call video does help you close. You sort of precondition the possible customer for the pricing that you have and the offer that you have before they jump on a call. So it's not a completely cold call. And with that said, that's phase two complete, which will be the back-end build up for us. And we can start with phase three, which is the actual client acquisition. So step one of phase three, we have the outreach selection, which you can see on here. We are going to predominantly focus on cold outreach, so not ads, but mostly cold email and DMs. I feel like that's the most cost-effective way when we're starting, and we want to really track and see what works before we spend money on ads and then it all goes wrong. Here we have the warm outreach. So later down the line, obviously we'll be looking to get people coming in, possibly through YouTube or anything else, and that will be customers coming to us. And we have the Meta and Google ads, and later down the line we will do Meta and Google ads. The reason for this, obviously, when we have a little bit of money coming in from our clients, we will spend on ads because it is a better way to outreach once it all works and you know it all works. And yeah, last stage here we have the launching of the actual outreach. And with that said, that's phase three, which is client acquisition complete. Going on to stage four, we have the actual closing of the sales calls and the customers. So phase one is literally the sales calls and then obviously closing the clients. Quite a simple step, but yeah, just closing them up. And there we are, that's the agency roadmap. So we have 4 steps to complete before we have anything ready to go. And I will be creating an SOP, which you can find in the description for this. If you wanted an idea of how to start your agency, this might be able to help you, maybe not, it's just what I'm going to follow. What I want to go to next is our agency workflow. What this is going to touch on is exactly what we can offer to the customer. I don't actually have an offer just yet, but I have the basis, or the foundation, should I say, of the pillars that we'd like to implement. So what we have here is the agency workflow. So this is what we will provide for our customers. You can see here we have the agency. Pillar one is the customer service and satisfaction. The way we're going to do this is implement a chatbot. So what we have here is our agency. We're going to have 3 pillars of sales. The first one is a customer service and satisfaction pillar. The way that we're going to maintain this is by having an AI chatbot on their website, collecting leads and answering any questions that they may have. The benefits to this, for example, is you can't always be in the office and someone might message your business overnight. The AI chatbot will be able to take care of that for us. Once the lead comes through as well, we'll funnel it through to Go High Level, in which case they're jumping onto a text sequence as well as an email sequence, just to make sure that they're getting followed up correctly. Probably have in and around 8 sequences in the text campaign and then 8 email sequences as well. And we'd encourage the clients obviously to manually call this customer once they come in. What we have here is the pillar 2, which is the lead conversion system. The way we're going to do this is an AI caller. So if there's no one in the office, which will have sort of set times, the AI caller will answer the call and allow them to redirect. What we will be doing with this as well, if the phone does ring and it rings a few too many times and no one can answer the phone, it will call through even in working hours. The way we're going to do this is using Synthflow AI. We're building an AI agent for them and then implementing it, again, funneling it through to Go High Level. Once it's in Go High Level as well, it'll join a text sequence, again, of 8 sequences in one campaign. Call sequence, so we'll have Synthflow AI agent call through that customer as well in case that our client can't get to them. And the last one is the email sequence, which again, we're looking to do about 8 sequences within one campaign for each customer. And pillar 3, what we have is the actual lead generation. What we're going to do here is we're going to run some meta ads. I know here it says Google ads as well. At the moment, my preference is meta ads because I've had experience in that. I've had leads come through before, so that's my experience. I'm going to go for meta ads. Later down the line, we can expand into Google ads if needs be. Again, once they come through, they funnel through to Go High Level and they join the same sort of campaigns where again, there's 8 sequences in one text campaign, 8 calls in the call sequence, and 8 emails in the email sequence. And what we're trying to do essentially is generate an outcome for the client. What that is, of course, is just getting them cash, getting them clients through the door. What we offer as a value proposition is ensuring that all the leads that do come through don't fall through any cracks. Anyone can generate leads, anyone can call customers, all databases. But what we're offering here is to make sure that any data that comes in stays within their business, whether they call in at 9 p.m. at night, 2 a.m. in the morning. We just make sure that the money that the customer is spending on ads is being put right and treated correctly. And what you can see here as well, we have database reactivation. So we're going to sort of use this as a lead magnet of sorts. We're going to offer this as a freebie. It's just going to be an email database reactivation. Text is quite expensive, so email we're just going to use Instantly AI. And like I say, we'll get a database of old customers, plug it into Instantly, and then we'll activate those customers for them. Like I said, we could probably expect maybe 5 to 10 clients depending on the database size, which is a good start, of course, for the client. And there we are, guys. That's the agency setup. This is episode 1, just an introduction to what I'm trying to do. Again, it's not going to be a timed sort of challenge. I just want to get something started and see where we can get to. Again, I do have a little bit of experience in social media marketing ads, but again, I think where that let me down was the follow-ups for the customers coming in. I think I was getting to the customers a little bit too late, and then we were getting fewer leads from the leads that we were generating. So yeah, here's to the challenge, and hopefully we can get to 50k per month and end this challenge nice and quickly. But yeah, take care. Bye bye.